Yo, amen, say man. If you're looking at your screen, we got another banger for y'all, man. Now, I'm gonna say again, I apologize, bro. I've been locking in and I finally got my position, bro, at work, so I could vibe out and actually do what I need to do, man. I guess I wasn't fully there, so you know, it happened, blah blah blah. You know, I'm back to locked in though. As you can see though, we moved to a 66 overall and we got the all-star week. I ain't gonna lie, I skipped all the way. I had about 3 games, but I'm gonna be honest, it's the AAA or AA, and I didn't think y'all really cared about that. Let's just be real. But we in the all-star game and I think we only played about 2 innings and it went about decent. I'm not gonna lie, we had a good little start, you know what I'm saying, but we did have a little bit of a hiccup, but that is gonna be later on in this little first inning right here. Also, I'm just gonna say, if y'all don't want to see these little AAA, AA games, I don't know what league it is, I'm sorry, but if y'all don't want to see them, I'm gonna put a little timestamp up here and y'all can watch my MLB debuts and things like that, because I did put 3 of my MLB games in here, and as y'all can see, I'm letting up a double. What am I doing? I also changed up a little bit of my editing style. Y'all are only gonna see strikeouts and I guess outs in general. We're not gonna really do any of the fouls, any of my pitches, anything like that. We're just gonna get straight to the chicken and things like that, because there's 180 something games in baseball. I gotta get through it. But like I said, we had a little decent start, and I'm not gonna lie, this is the hiccup that I was talking about. There's no way that I straight hit this man. And they left me in the game, surprisingly. I'm not even gonna lie, but we did end up walking a man, and it is the all-star game, so maybe one of these dudes we might end up playing with in the future. Who knows? But at the same time, these dudes were still cheeks, and y'all let me know what to upgrade. Like, I'm still a little befuddled, but I kind of got it a little bit. I got to do my HRs and things like that, and as you can see, we getting subbed out, and we ended up winning 13-4. I mean, Jack, goddamn. We beat them niggas so hard, the stutter activated, I'm not gonna lie. And we made a small upgrade. Y'all let me know if y'all like the small upgrades or not, if y'all just want to see me move up. But we get the call from the office themselves. They want to see me go crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I've been putting in the work. Y'all haven't really seen it. I mean, that's not y'all's fault, that's my fault. I didn't put the small games in there. I didn't feel like it was necessary, you know what I mean? But like I said, we got the timestamp. I'm gonna put it up again. If y'all don't want to see this game, we're gonna move on to the MLB debut. I ain't gonna lie, this was a great game for me. I stayed in the game a little longer than I thought as well. But look at the outs, they're already flying. I don't know most of these dudes' names, and I don't expect anybody else to unless they're really like a low-key type guy. I mean, like I said, I don't watch baseball, and half of these dudes is bots. And as y'all can see, we're gonna go ahead and challenge the call, and we're gonna end up getting it. Just because it's barely touching the line, WWW. That's how it felt, I ain't gonna lie. But get the man up out of here. Like I said, we're on a mission to go to the league, bruh. If I don't do good in this game, they ain't gonna call me up in about a whole month, and I ain't trying to do that, or an entire year. I remember one time I made a picture and I didn't move up for an whole entire year. You got me played, bro. You actually got me played. Now, like I said, I'm getting a little better at doing all the plays, but doing it for the AAA, AA, I feel like it's meaningless. You know, I feel like all this is just scouting. You're already on a team. You're just basically getting better. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to yap a little bit. Now, with the home run derby coming out, I wanted to already make a hitter. You know, I should already made a hitter about a month ago, you know, if I wasn't bullshitting. But let me know what position y'all want me to make. A shortstop, I feel like, is the usual things that people make, and I don't want to make a first or a third baseman. Maybe a second, you know, that might be a little different. And I also wanted to make an outfielder, so y'all let me know which one to do more. You know, I'll still do a shortstop, but I just feel like it's a little more casual. So we got the shortstop, we got any type of outfielder, and if y'all want a second baseman instead of the shortstop, y'all let me know. I want to make a little slugger, you know, a guy that can hit. I feel like these videos would be a lot more entertaining. You know, I feel like I could talk about it a little more if I'm hitting the ball instead of throwing it to somebody. Granted, I love playing pitcher. It's a little more chill, a lot more laid back. You don't feel as stressed. You know what I mean? But y'all see the call, man. Y'all see the announcement. Everybody huddled up, and it's only for one single reason. I'm going up. I'm going to the MLB, and I just love to see it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I worked hard to get here. Jamari, Woods, worked hard to get here. As you could see, man, they already got my jersey in the locker, and there was 2 dudes waiting on me. I guess they was already looking at me. They was like, hey bro, we already said that we wanted you here type shit. And I was like, hey, I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and start winning some ball games, you feel what I'm saying? I really don't know who any of them dudes is. I think maybe just Contreras, whatever his name is. But we go ahead and talk to Pat Murphy, the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. And now, while we're in this conversation, you know what I mean, I've seen a lot of people actually get drafted to Milwaukee, so I don't know if I want to be here, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna play, see it, figure it out, and you know, maybe I just leave, you know what I mean? There's no more Giannis in Milwaukee, you know, this shit is over, bro. It's over with. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and play, get my little feet wet, you know, get all my teammates there, and we just gonna see what it is. But I'm gonna catch y'all after this cutscene.
Welcome back to MLB Network. Lauren Shahadi, Tom Verducci here with you in studio. It is always a big story when we get to witness a highly anticipated big league debut. And later today, Tom, one of baseball's top prospects, taking the field as a major leaguer for the very first time. Can't wait.
I can't wait. I love these days. I get goosebumps.
Same.
I think about players with these kind of expectations get to the big leagues. Steven Strasburg, Bryce Harper, Paul Skeens. Sometimes, Lauren, you think, am I watching the first game of a future Hall of Famer? I know that's asking a lot, but this is the kind of talent we're talking about.
Yeah, as highly touted as they come, but we know this in this game we love. It doesn't always translate. Everyone here is bigger, faster, stronger.
Sure, there's also injuries that can come into play. You never know what's going to happen. But I can tell you, Lauren, very few get to the big leagues with this kind of ability. This is a special one. I can't wait.
And talent for days. We are rooting for him, and today is just the beginning.
Come on, man, they got mad love for me, and we got another upgrade. Like I said, I'm just going out with a head loose, you know what I mean? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But the Milwaukee Brewers, the MLB debut is against the New York Mets. Jamari Woods' hometown team, his favorite team. He grew up going to the Mets Stadium, watching it with his motherfucking family. And now he gets to sit here, look at the fans, soak it all in, and throw some motherfucking pitches. Come on, man, we finally here. I'm sorry it took so long. Alright, now if y'all hear some humming in the back, I don't know what the hell my neighbor is doing, but I can't stop it. It is what it is. This is my full first pitching sequence or whatever to get my first full out of my career. You already know what it is, but I seen Juan Soto, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little scared. I threw 3 balls in a row. You really can't make this up, pause. And he just made me pay on the 4th one. I'm not gonna lie. My very first home run in my very first game in the very first inning? What are we doing? I guess welcome to the league, rookie. That shit was fucked up. I mean, look at this. I thought I had him. Being not even just like anything, just a foul or something. And that man takes off on me. God dang. I'm not gonna lie. This game made me really realize how hard it is to be a pitcher in the MLB. And this shit just a game. Francisco Lindor, I'm glad I got this man out of here. But what the fuck did Marcus Semien eat for breakfast? I understand the man was cold. I'm from Texas. He used to be a Texas Ranger. But oh my god, it's only my debut, bro. Just calm the fuck down. Look at the stare down. That shit disrespectful. Now, luckily I got all the jitters, all the butterflies out. They done did whatever like my worst fear is. They already did it. Twice, actually. Same time. You know what I mean? So we gotta lock the fuck in. I'm not gonna lie. No more pitches. No more Mr. Nice Rookie. I didn't even know they had Luis Robert too. Ain't he from the White Sox? Like, what are we doing? Every time I seen nobody named Juan Soto, nobody named Francisco Lindor. We not doing that. Nobody getting the right pitches. None of that. You already could see I'm throwing balls. And look at this. My first motherfucking walk. And I'm thinking I'm gonna challenge it. Maybe I get away with it. Fuck no. What am I doing? Put your fucking head in the hat. You know what I mean? 2 outs out though, and we go ahead and bless ourselves and finally get out of this weird ass situation. Only the 2nd inning, by the way. Alright, now, not my best debut. I'm not gonna lie, it was nowhere near Jamari's real one from last year, but we can't think about that. We gotta put the past in the past and move forward. Hakuna Matata. Shout out to the GOATs. And I get my get back against Juan Soto. It makes my confidence a little better, but you know, I still got to worry about the big hitters. I think that's what it is about me. I can get what I can get against the average hitters and things like that. They ain't gonna do too much. But when it comes to the top dudes in the league that can really get it there, I gotta be careful and I gotta play my cards right. And as you can see, we're locking in. Everything is an out from now on, bro. We're locking all the way in. There's no balls, there's no nothing. And he almost fucked that. I'm not gonna lie. I almost put the little sound effect in the back. But we did what we did. We got the first and ended up pitching it to me. Another out. Fuck Luis Robert, even though he tough to me. I ain't gonna lie. He might not be tough, but fan cam. Stop playing. And we go ahead and get walked out of the game. I don't know what it is, subbed out, blah blah blah. And we go ahead and lose. I'm not gonna lie, we almost took the dub, but technically it was my fault anyway. Going up 2-0 is fucking crazy. And we're also gonna go ahead and change our Vulcan change pitch to the sinker. I just feel like that was throwing it off. It was a little too slow for the pros. I maybe should have upgraded the velocity on it and things like that, but that's also going to take too long of a time. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to do my pitches until I'm a little further in the league. You know, I feel like just don't make sense. I'm already average speed when it comes to most of the things. And look at this bullshit. This man really thought he was fast enough to get second. Fuck no, buddy. That's when I realized, okay, this outfield kinda tough. I might gotta stay here if they could get to do things like that. You feel what I'm saying? And another out. But like I was saying, San Francisco is not bad. I would love to play here as well. They got Raphael. I heard that he's not really good in the playoffs, but I could give a fuck less, and I'm not gonna lie. Last game low-key pissed me off, so I'm locking all the way in. I don't give a fuck if you're a name or not a name, bruh. Yo ass is grass to me. Fuck if your name is Bryce too, bruh. That's an out. But I forgot they had Tyler Fitzgerald too. That's a low-key. I ain't gonna lie, I liked him whenever he was on St. Louis or whatever the fuck. And we're gonna go ahead and let up another first base. Are we serious? I hate seeing those plays, but at the same time, what can you do? Another out. Great play by the second baseman. That's low-key why I don't want her to play second base too. Like, you could make plays like that. And fuck Raphael. Like I said, he's staring at nothing. Look at this, man. We going crazy. I'm using the fastball a lot more, but like I said, I'm using the coach suggestion pitches, so it's easy like that. And I don't know if y'all peep, but ESPN just low-key jinxed me. They put up the little stat sheet and I only had one hit, and all of a sudden I throw it right after and I gain another hit. Are we doing that for real? But I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even mad at this play. Hey, even though I put the sound effect in the back, there was nothing he could really do besides actually get to the ball faster. But it's okay because he got the best pitcher in the world. We go ahead and get subbed out. But I got another game for y'all. Don't worry, we got one more game. But that is our first W. I don't know why they technically didn't give it to us. And we got another small upgrade. I upgraded our HR9. And as y'all can see, we got motion like we rookie Yoshi. Just signing balls and everything. Pause. And after we just played the Padres, we come around and play the Pirates. Or vice versa. I forgot. Is it San Francisco Pirates and Pittsburgh Padres? I have no idea. But it's crazy because usually when I play, I usually play them back to back, so I don't know if it's like a certain cycle that MLB be going through or not, but it is what it is. Whoever's in front of me is low-key getting did. Like I said, that first game against the Mets low-key pissed me off, and this next episode is only gonna piss me off again. And now look at this bullshit too. Like, can you touch the fucking ball? Gippity. And this is gonna be our first triple that we let up. I mean, like, for that to look like that, it low-key pissed me off too. Goddamn, a bunch of things pissing me off. That's why we gotta go ahead and get a strike. Go ahead, get up out of here. Look at the zoom in, and that shit is so beautiful. Barely any contact off of that bat, right into the drop of the glove. What are we doing? Y'all see the score though? I don't know if y'all really pay attention to things like that, but I only put it there so y'all can see the hits and things like that. And look at the shortstop, bruh. Like, I don't know, is the defense this tough? And I haven't really seen Brewer games or nothing like that, so I don't know how tough these dudes are. I'm a Dodgers fan, but I know Milwaukee went a little far in the playoffs last year, so hey, it is what it is. And look at this, our first boss challenge is gonna be against the home run leader, Marcell Ozuna from the Braves. Oh brother, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this first little sequence. We was low-key going to war. He low-key looked at that and I thought he was gonna hit it, but it's okay. That low-key gave me the recipe for this bat right here. We're gonna go ahead and get him short, low contact into the glove, right to first base. Zoom in, and he low-key batted that shit. I'm not gonna lie. He low-key fucked that shit all the way up, bro. I'm glad it didn't go to the moon because it sounded like it was perfect off the bat. And this man right here, he almost had a little lead off, you know. Go ahead and beam bada beam. Get back to base. Come on now. The defense is there until it's not. This nigga cracked the fuck out of that. But this man too slow. He can't make it to third. And like I said, our defense is there. The outfield is, you know, making the plays. They got a nice strong arm. We're going to go ahead and walk out of here. Like, come on. Nice defense, man. Great hold. Getting subbed out to a nigga named Jared, though. Kind of crazy. And we're going to go ahead and take another dub. The Pirates didn't even get a whole ass point. But y'all see it. We got the Dodgers and we got San Diego up next. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be a tough one. But I'll see y'all, man. All love. You already know the drill. And I apologize for taking so long, man.